Well, it's not even that early in the morning. It's around 8, and I'm ready for the next adventure. Something easier this time, but definitely I'm excited for. You get out of the train station in Sinaia, and I think I'm gonna have to climb those stairs all to the other side. Probably the first thing I'm gonna see is a large park, and then on my way to very photogenic places up here. I know that in my trail I am supposed to follow the blue line, and right off the bat you already see the markers, and it's strange because I have to kind of go across the town and then start my hike through the woods, but it's nice nonetheless. The Sinaia Casino is located at the end of the park. Construction began in 1912 at the initiative of King Carol I. The main shareholder in the casino was the Baron of Marquay, a shareholder in the Monte Carlo Casino. After 1940, the Communist Party took over, the gambling stopped, and the casino is now an international conference center. Sinaia is a town and a mountain resort named after the Sinaia monastery of 1695, around which it was built. The name comes from the biblical mountain Sinai. King Carol I built his summer home near the town in the late 19th century. Sinaia is 50 kilometers south of Brașov and 150 kilometers from Bucharest. The town's altitude varies between 2,516 feet and 2,822 feet above the sea level. The city is a popular destination for hiking and winter sports, especially downhill skiing. Sinaia was also the summer residence of the Romanian composer George Enescu, who stayed at the Luminiș Villa. In the town of Sinaia and its surroundings, restrictions are in place regarding cutting down or picking flora. The felling of trees is not allowed. It is forbidden to pick any alpine plants. The mountains are in continuous patrol by mountain rescue patrols as well as the members of mountain police. At the entrance to the Cumpătu district, one can find the Sinaia Alder Tree Grove, botanical reservation placed under protection of the Romanian Academy and the Bucegi Biology Institute. In the same district, there is also another ecological research station under the patronage of UNESCO Jacques-Yves Cousteau, belonging to the University of Bucharest, which also includes a museum of Bucegi mountain fauna. Really? They have a train and I didn't know about it. I mean, really, they have a train for adults and I didn't know about it. I was wrong. I have to go towards the storm. So to say, hopefully it's not going to be the storm, but by the way it looks up top, I'm pretty sure it's raining up top right now. So I'm entering this gate, right? Nice gate, a little bit of detail, you know, and all of a sudden you see to the left pretty cool. Let's get closer. when King Carol I, under whose reign the country gained its independence, first visited the site of the future castle in 1866, he fell in love with the magnificent mountain scenery. In 1872, the crown purchased 1.9 square miles of land near the Burnt Stone River. The estate was named the Royal Estate of Sinaia. The king commissioned the construction of a royal hunting preserve and summer retreat on the property, and the foundation was laid for Peles Castle on the 22nd August 1873. Several auxiliary buildings were built simultaneously with the castle: the guards' chambers, the economat building, the foreshore hunting lodge, the royal stables, and the power plant. Peles became the world's first castle fully powered by locally produced electricity. The first three design plans submitted for Peles were copies of other places in Western Europe, and King Carol I rejected them all as lacking originality and being too costly. German architect Johannes Schultz won the project by presenting a more original plan, something that appealed to the king's taste: a grand palatial alpine castle combining different features of classic European styles, mostly following Italian elegance and German aesthetics along Renaissance lines. The cost of the work on the castle, undertaken between 1875 and 1914, was estimated to be approximately 120 million US dollars today. After King Michael I's forced abdication in 1947, the communist regime seized all royal property, including the Peles estate. The castle was open as a tourist attraction only for a short time. Throughout its history, the castle hosted some important personalities, from royalty and politicians to artists. One of the most memorable visits was that of Kaiser Franz Joseph I of Austro-Hungary on the 2nd October 1896, who later wrote in a letter: "The royal castle, amongst other monuments, surrounded by extremely pretty landscape with gardens built on terraces, all at the edges of a dense forest. The castle itself is very impressive through the riches it has accumulated. All new canvases, old furniture, weapons of all sorts of curious, everything placed with good taste. We took a long hike in the mountains. Afterwards we picnicked on the green grass, surrounded by gypsy music. We took many pictures, and the atmosphere were extremely pleasant." Around 200 meters distance from the actual castle that is there after those trees, there's a path that takes you to supposedly a smaller castle, and in the middle of the path there's a house right here. They call it the House of the Guards or House of the Cavaliers, something like that. And then there's the second castle, smaller in size obviously. Somewhere down there there's supposedly the house of the architect that worked on at least one of the castles. Okay, so I'm living behind the castles, and I'm going to hike a bit. The trail is short and supposedly easy to go along, so this is the main reason I came. The castles were just close by, and I said might as well, visit a bit, at least around the castles, because on Monday and Tuesday they are closed. Let's get to hiking now. And that is an original Dacia Romanian car. From where I am right now, can you hear the birds?
From where I am right now, I would have to walk that way around 6.5 kilometers to get to 1400 meters altitude, but I'm gonna walk only 2, and I'm gonna get to around 1270 meters, something like that. And I gotta follow the blue line. That will take me to where I'm going. So I kept climbing to these paths, and I got to this sign, and they say 5 minutes that way I'm supposed to get to some nice rocks called Franz Joseph. Let's see if I can get there. The sky already started to sprinkle a bit. I think I got to the rocks. It's up there, and I still got like a minute to climb on a couple of the stairs. I think I'm here.
The Franz Josef rocks, named after the Austro-Hungarian king, will reveal an amazing view over the valley of Prahova. Due to rain, which I quite enjoyed, people coming here were rather scared not to get their phones wet as they were taking pictures than to get themselves wet, so they were leaving pretty quick. I got to enjoy the view in silence, and I loved it.
So it got serious pretty quick. I mean, the wind started to blow and this rain started to feel really cold. So I got dressed and I'm on my way back on the path towards my destination, my actual destination. There's a spring straight from the mountain, but all in all, the sound of the rain in the forest and the sound of birds chirping, it's amazing. Totally worth it. No regrets. Here we are. This was the intended destination, and supposedly this is the place where the royal flock of sheep was staying at some point.